All right, good morning. If you're catching the replay, this will be a full video that you can either take sitting or laying down. It's totally up to you. I'll go through a whole introduction once we get started. I have a few people in the waiting room right now, but mainly this is just for people who want to sit down, get cozy, and do a quick little meditation to kind of start your day off. So each week kind of has a theme. This week we'll go over the theme in the introduction. I think it's going to be restorative and more renewing. So it's 11 o'clock, so I'll start to bring people in here now. Let's see. Good morning, good morning. I'm just bringing people in now. I know a few people are trying to log on that haven't yet. Morning from Angie. Thanks for joining, Angie. Let's see here. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is as people kind of pop in, I'll just let them enter on their own time, but I would love to get started today. So what I'm going to try and do today is um, every week when we do have these spirit circles, it's more about just taking time to connect with yourself. And then if you are doing a certain spiritual practice, you are able to kind of log this time as hours that you've been practicing, right? So I know that last time we had the spirit circle, there were people who were able to make mediumship connections and then share those messages at the end. Today, that's less the goal. Today is specifically mediumship connection. So today is more about like restoring, renewing, and kind of bringing in a little bit more relaxation energy. And I know it's really important, especially if you're studying mediumship or if you're doing a different spiritual modality, taking the time to connect in with yourself and have that time kind of carved out is really important, but it's also really challenging, especially if you have another job or you have children or you just have a busy life or just life in general can be super chaotic. I will add the layer of, if you sick or, you're going through some stresses in your life, that can all compound into your time and into your mediumship connection, especially if you're not physically feeling well, that can transfer into your mental well-being and things like that. So today is going to be kind of like a renewing time. You can either sit down with your feet flat on the floor. I always prefer to do that when we're kind of connecting in and taking that time just for a conscious meditation when you sit for spirit. You're also able to watch the replay, or even if you want to right now, if you do have a space that you want to lay down either flat on your floor and just let the floor support you, that's totally fine. If you are also sitting on a bed, you can lay down. I do find, particularly when I need to really ground in, like if I'm just like having one of those moments where everything feels crazy and I just don't feel relaxed and I need to ground in, I will actually lay fully on the floor. So if you're catching the replay, you can do either of those two things. So if you're joining me right now, welcome. So let's just get started and jump into it. So like I said, feet flat on the floor if you're sitting down like me. If you want to put your hands on your lap, that's totally fine, totally up to you. I'm just gonna put my hands on my lap here, feet flat on the floor, nice big deep breath in. Just kind of like center your energy. I know it's in the morning, it's a Sunday of a long weekend, so you could have a lot of things going on, but you've carved out the time this morning to kind of sit for yourself a little bit. Nice big deep breath in. I just want to always go into this with a feeling of gratitude and being thankful for carving out the time for yourself to sit for spirit this morning. And anytime you do, it's always better to go into it with a sense of gratitude, that we want to be here, that we enjoy being here, enjoy taking the time. Nice big deep breath in. Just sitting further and further deeper and deeper into your seat now, letting your shoulders kind of relax a little bit. You may give your neck a little movement here, find that softness. What we're really looking to do is just find a little bit of stillness here in your body and in your mind. And a way that we can achieve that is just through nice big deep breaths. Whenever we're feeling a little bit of constriction in the chest or a little bit of feeling unsettled, just go right back to breathing in, breathing out. And just remember that it's not a rush to get into this state here, this relaxation state. It's not a rush. It's more about taking the time to do those things to get there. One more nice big deep breath in. As we're sitting here a little bit more grounded and centered, we're going to enter in the main portion of today's meditation. And I would like to offer up something a little unique. So last night I was laying in bed and stressing about life, and this scene came to me of me walking on the beach, could feel the sand, feel the waves, and it brought me a lot of relaxation and I was able to fall asleep. So I would love to share that experience with you today and bring you to the beach today. Just take a deep breath in and let it out. So I'd like you now to imagine yourself on a beach. It can be whatever beach you'd like. Could be a rocky beach, can be a white sandy beach. Doesn't matter. As you're standing on this beach, I want you to just take a look around, see what's around you, noticing the waves, if there's any birds or animals, noticing the sky. Nice big deep breath in. I really just want you to purposely ground yourself in the moment, in the experience of being on the beach. Could even be your favorite beach, could even be a memory. I just want you to just take a moment to take that all in. I want you to now imagine just walking gently along that beach, walking right where the waves meet the shore. You can feel the water on your feet. You can even gently notice the temperature of that water on your feet. Feel the sand between your toes. Just walking along the beach, listening to the waves, the sounds. You might even feel some little salt air or mist on your face. Nice big deep breath in. Let's just sit at this beach for a while. I want you to stop walking, take a seat on your beach, and let's just collectively all sit on our beaches for a few moments and just take it all in, feeling relaxed, just being observant. Deep breaths all the way through. Nice big deep breath in here. Now that we're kind of situated on our beach, I would like you to imagine and invite Someone in spirit who you're connected to, can be a person or an animal, can be a friend, family member, doesn't matter. I'd like them to be invited onto your beach here today. If you choose to share your beach with someone, you may also choose to sit on your beach alone today. That's totally fine. If you have invited a loved one or a deceased pet with you today, just want you to greet them with your energy. Please take a deep breath in. I want you to really just focus on the awareness that you have if you do have a person in spirit with you beside you today. What that feels like to have that second person on your beach. Please take a deep breath in. As we're sitting here on the beach with your loved ones or your pets, or even if you're alone, just recognizing what it feels like to be in your own energy, be in their energy. You may even notice that they might have a message for you. Sometimes they come through very talkative. Sometimes they come through more quiet. They may just want to sit with you on your beach. That's totally fine. Please take a deep breath in. You notice any feelings come up, you can just let those out. It can be joy, sadness, grief, anger. Just let them out. You're safe on your beach here. Please take a deep breath in. If you are having those heavy feelings in your chest, just try and visualize them kind of swirling and moving, those feelings in your chest, and just visualize that fresh beach air just kind of lifting it off of you a little bit. You don't need to carry that with you today. Lift that energy off of your chest. Nice big deep breath in. I'd like you to thank your spirit people or your spirit pets. They have joined you today. And if you haven't had mediumship connection today, that's totally fine. Make sure you thank yourself for this time to practice connecting. Nice big deep breath in. If you do have a spirit person or a spirit pet with you, we'd like you to give them a hug if you would like. Picture touching their skin, feeling their physical bodies, what that might be like. If you're visualizing a pet, you can visualize petting the animal, holding the animal, kissing the animal's face. I know I do that. Nice big deep breath in. Just want you to enjoy a few moments with your loved ones on the other side and their energy, or just continue to take this time for more alone time on your beach. Just big deep breath in. Go ahead and just soak up that energy right now. Just take a few moments. Just enjoy that heart-to-heart connection with them, the energetic connection. All right, nice big deep breath in here. We're going to thank your spirit people and spirit pets for coming. We're going to send them on their way back into the spirit realm here. And just know that they're always around you and you can make contact as easy as just doing this on your own for your own practice or for your own grief process, mental health process. Just know that you can come back to the beach whenever you want for that alone time for yourself or to invite a loved one to sit with you on your beach. Nice big deep breath in, thanking your loved ones for coming. Just slowly feeling their energy just ease off you just a little bit. So you come back into your own individual energy, your own self sitting on your beach. Nice big deep breath in. And so now just sit back in the chair that you're sitting in here. Just make sure you're sitting a little bit deeper in your seat, shoulders back. We're going to slowly come back into the present moment and leave our beautiful beach behind, but just know you can access it at any time. It's always going to be there, that beach for you, that connection spot. Nice big deep breath in. Feeling your seat just a little bit more firmly here. Still not, keep your eyes closed here. We're not opening our eyes just yet. Feeling your feet flat on the floor, or if you're laying down, feeling your back against the bed or the ground if you're laying down here. Nice big deep breath in. Coming back into your physical body, I want you to slowly, without opening your eyes just yet, keep your eyes still closed, just slowly kind of wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips, kind of just energetically move from that mental space that we were just in that meditation into back in your physical body, because it's very important whenever we're connecting or we're doing mediumship practice that you ground yourself back into your body, or else you'll go throughout the day feeling open like this, and that can be very draining. So just coming back into your body, you may wiggle your fingers and toes a little bit, still having your eyes closed here. And I'm called to just give a little stretch with my arms. You may do the same. Roll your shoulders a little bit. Just come back into your body nice and slowly. And what I'd like you to do when you're ready, just as always, turn your face off camera. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and just slowly come back into the room. It might feel like you're coming out of a little dream world, and that's totally normal. Just coming back into the physical body. If you have a drink, now would be a great time to take it now. Just start to come back. And as you just look around the room that you're sitting in, taking in what you're seeing, any textures, there's light coming through the window. And if you do feel like you want to take a nice big deep breath in again, just to reground yourself. One more nice big deep breath in, eyes wide open, looking around your room. You are struggling to come back from that dream state. You can, push your feet into the floor a little bit, touch the desk in front of you, or touch the bed sheets beside you, or the blankets, or even hold your drink cup a little bit. And just feel something physical to help your mind switch out of that connection. So eyes wide open here. So for you, if you want to put in the chat or come off of mute, you're more than welcome. If you are on a phone or a tablet, you will see the mute button at the bottom of your screen. You don't have to if you don't want to. I just wanted to share that the reason why, again, I chose to do the beach meditation, two reasons really. The first reason was last night I was picturing the beach and it was calming me down. And I thought, I'm always thinking about what am I going to bring to Spirit Circle this time, or what do I want to explore or anything like that. So the beach came to me last night. But the second reason really is where this all started was, I think 2 or 3 years ago, I was sitting in my office and I was doing a beach meditation, one that was guided, and I was listening to it with my earbuds. And this meditation goes through like a guided part, and then there's music, and then you sit there with the music and kind of just sit with your own energy, and you let your mind go where it wants to, and it invites in if you want to have visitations from past loved ones, and it invites that in. That's where kind of caught this idea. So a few years ago, I'm sitting in my office doing that meditation, and I want to say I was sitting for maybe a half an hour, just in total silence. And I was really deep in meditation. I was really deep in doing it. And I had this really vivid experience where I was sitting on the beach in my mind, and I was just, watching the waves as we were just doing. And one of my dogs, who's dead, Sam, my dead dog, came up to me on the beach. And she looked younger. She didn't have the white on her face. They always kind of show up like when they think they look good, right? Or some of the happiest memories of them they show up as. So she came running down the beach, and she came right up to me. And Sam was always a dog who was like, loves the water, loves being outside. She was a lab mix. So she came to me in my meditation wet, and she had sand all over her fur, and she came right up to me, and it was so vivid. It was such a vivid visitation experience, less of a meditation at this point, and I was just having a visitation, similar to as some people have visitations in their dreams, but I was just having one during meditation, and I could actually pet her. I could pet her. I could hear her. Uh, I could feel how wet she was. I could feel the sand on her body, and it was really like intense. Like, the dog was beside me. It was really intense. Um, and I found myself kind of crying a little bit just because, you miss the person who shows up in meditation, or you miss the pet, or you miss, someone who you've lost in spirit. But when we get into this meditative state, either it can be on the beach or any other meditation that you do, we get into this kind of realm where it's easy for us to connect mediumistically. It's easier for the energetic leap to be made. The comparison I would make would be whenever you're just about to fall asleep, and you've probably heard me say this before if you've taken my classes with me, is right before you fall asleep, that link between consciousness and unconsciousness, whenever you fall asleep, that like magical period is when, for me personally, I get the most ideas for my business, ideas for myself, inspirations, or any like spirit visitations for myself, not for clients. That's like my window. It's in the evening right before I fall asleep. So I would like you to kind of go into that maybe tonight or this week, and kind of just see if you want to redo this meditation. If you joined later on and you want to redo it, the replay will be up. I'll probably put it on YouTube again. And then I'll post a link in the Facebook group just like last time. But I really would encourage you to do the meditation again, or do your own version of this meditation. Just, relax yourself, go to a natural space. I think it's important to not put ourselves in buildings whenever we do meditations. Like, I want to see the sky, I want to feel the air, you want to be part of the life around you. So can be anywhere outside. And, once you just get to that relaxed state, just open that energetic door and just say, if there's anyone who wants to come forward, come on in. And it can be anyone, like you said, it can be a relative, can be a friend, can be a pet. You'd be surprised at some of the people who will pop in your mind who have passed, who maybe you haven't thought about for years, right? Because, just let the door open. And if you are a mediumship student, because I know there's a few of you here today, and a few of you who are going to watch the replay, this is a really great exercise to do when you're not taking clients and you're not doing practice readings, right? There's always going to have to be exercises that you will have to take on, that's not having a client sitting in front of you doing a practice reading, because a lot of the footwork of this is doing those practice readings, and you're not going to get around doing them because it's going to be, your validation points of what you're getting right, what you're getting wrong. And that's how you learn how your connection works for another person, to relay that message to another person. But really, for yourself, you can do this anytime. Anyone can do these meditations. So I would like to kind of end on that today. It's going to be a shorter one today. The beautiful day outside today. It's going to be like 26 degrees today, and we deserve it. So I would like to leave you here today with just the thought of, maybe trying the replay of this meditation, maybe doing your own version, or even maybe in the evening, right before you fall asleep, that little time period between awake and asleep, just putting the thought out to spirit or the universe or whoever, and just say, if there's anything that I need to know, tell me now. Or if there's anything that needs to be brought into my awareness, tell me now. And you can do it that way. Okay? So thank you for joining me this morning. Like I said, I'm going to post the replay on YouTube again. And if anyone has any questions after this or anything, you can always send me a message or comments. And I see a few hearts. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Allison. Hi, Heather. Hi there. Um, so I'm going to post the replay again. And if you have any other suggestions or anything for different spirit circles, let me know. I am a person who usually just teaches off the cuff and what I want to teach when I teach it. So that's when the inspiration flows the most. I'll probably do another one of these in about 2 weeks. I'm going to try and stay in a 2 week cycle. It's always going to be Sunday morning. I find the morning time, the energy's better. We're just waking up. You know, we haven't had the day start yet. So we're still kind of in our little sleep cocoon a little bit. So we go into the day with the energy, we go into the week with the energy, right? So I'll probably do this another couple weeks, and I will again post on the group. So thank you for joining me today. I hope that was restorative, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.